All right, welcome back. It is Sunday night, and as you can see, I have my partner in crime here, aka this week it's aka Gooey. That's the name he's going by this week. Gotta stay tuned to see what he's gonna go by next week, hence the aka name. So today we're gonna talk about a shoe that, quite frankly, I just bought. It's a can of worms that, yeah, I know. Can of worms I didn't want to open. Just more money. It's one more thing to collect, I suppose. But the Jordan 1.
Hence one more.
Yeah, that's just what I need. More shoes. Jordan 1. This shoe has gone unchanged for how many years?
34 years.
34 years. So 1984 these came out.
Iconic shoe.
Very.
In my opinion, one of the best Jordans ever. In my opinion. I don't know. I know you're just freshly coming to the Jordans.
Right,
But,
right.
In my opinion, Jordan 1s is the best silhouette.
All right. Well,
in my opinion.
instead of me just saying why, let's go into the metrics because that's why we have them, right?
Right, that's right.
Looks wise, I gave them a 7.5. Jeremy gave them a
10.
10. That is a bold statement, sir.
That is 10 out of 10.
What makes it a 10 for you, bud?
Makes it 10 is one of my favorite shoes.
Okay.
Jordan 1, the iconic level of it. The street cred you get from, in my opinion, like anybody can wear this shoe, from a skater to someone that likes hip hop,
okay,
down to your grandpa, in my opinion.
Your grandma can wear
your
Jordan
grandma,
1s?
they've been around for 34 years. That's somebody's grandma.
My grandma's dead, bro. So
I'm sorry about that.
It's cool.
Oh, okay.
So I gave it a 7.5. I agree with AKA here. This is the first pair I bought. It's very plain, and I did that on purpose just in case I had to resell it in case I hated it. I don't hate it. It turned out really well. This one in particular has some suede, has some nubuck. You can see there's kind of the contrast between the two materials, which is what I really like about the shoe. Design-wise, I think it's great. It's simple. Goes back to when I was a kid, and shoes weren't as crazy. So it kind of brings my heart back, I guess.
Yeah, sure, for sure does. It's nostalgia.
For sure. As far as performance, AKA gave it a
6.
6. I gave it a 5.5. Where is the 6 points in your opinion, sir?
Mine is, so it's not the most comfortable shoe to wear unless after it's broken.
Agreed.
Depending on the material, each one's a little different. Sometimes you get a softer leather on the toe box.
Yep.
That helps. It's not so hard when you walk, but the sole is completely rubber. So if you're looking for more of a comfortable shoe to run in, this is not your shoe.
Okay.
This is more of a lifestyle shoe, in my opinion.
All right. So there's no air in the
There's
Jordan
no
1?
air in the Jordan 1. It is a rubber sole in and out.
It's going way back.
Way back, yes, before
back.
air.
I gave it a 5.5 in comfort. You got to remember, I'm used to wearing running shoes like an Ultra Boost or Air Maxes or Vapor Max. So when I put this on, it was a shocker to me at how hard this shoe actually felt. It felt like a lifting shoe to me, like a weightlifting shoe. And it's built like a weightlifting shoe. It's built like, say, a leather Converse.
Yep, for sure. Like
Chuck Taylor, maybe?
A Chuck Taylor, Converse Weapon, if you want to go back to the same era.
Oh, there you go. Perfect.
Converse Weapon, those
perfect.
have the same type of sole.
Okay.
Solid rubber.
Right. And
really,
I did go to the gym in these, actually.
Okay.
I squatted in these heavy, almost 500 pounds. I deadlifted 515 in these. And it actually makes a really decent weightlifting shoe. As far as playing basketball in these,
I would not play basketball in these. Maybe
agreed.
34 years ago, yes, I'd play basketball in these.
34 years ago, I can think of one guy that played basketball very, very well.
Yep, only one. Well, only one good guy, right?
Right. But me personally, with what's available now, I would say I would go with something with a little more cushioning.
Yes, for sure.
Fit-wise, I gave it a 6. Jeremy, aka, also gave it a 6, right?
Yep, 6 for sure.
When I first put these on, I thought to myself, "Uh-oh, what did I get myself into?"
Right.
But I did wear them to work. I wore them to work for 12 hours straight, and then went right to the gym. What I can tell you is, even in the first 12 hours, they started to loosen up. They started to break up a little bit, which is what the shoe really needs. Is a really good break-in period.
Yes, for sure.
I probably wouldn't do it at 12-hour increments like I did. I was pretty sad by the end of the night.
Right.
You know, you and I, we walk a lot at work.
Exactly.
So,
not much cushion in it at all. Zero cushion. Like,
zero cushion.
if you're thinking that it's going to be even a regular Air shoe, like an Air Max, you were mistakenly. It's not. It's very, very. I don't want to say it's uncomfortable, but if you're in a stand, it's uncomfortable.
Yeah, especially if you're used to things like I'm used to. I know Jeremy wears more of this style of shoe. I do not, so it's going to take me a little while before I wear these again, and I'll certainly bring a backup pair to work. Price. This one's going to be tough, and I'll tell you why. There's retail, which I give it a 9. I mean, it's right where it should be, in my opinion.
I agree.
$100 to $160 for some of the better colorways or better versions, I suppose.
Yeah, better versions.
But the resale value
is varies, obviously.
So where does that range from?
I would say it ranges from, so resale, you can get a Chicago probably for like $500. The shoe hasn't came out in a long time. All the way to thousands of dollars for some of the other colorways. Like if you have a Fragment, it's about $1,500.
Wow.
Just a rare shoe, rare colorway.
Yeah. What makes a shoe like this rare?
So like this colorway, this is the pine green. So, in my opinion, it's just the most iconic one is the Chicago, which is the red, white, and black.
Okay.
And it's one that he played in. Michael Jordan played in.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
So that to me makes that one more iconic. There's more history to it.
Right.
It tracks not just sneakerheads, but it also tracks sports people.
The ones that sell more, do they make? Is it like they make less of them? Is there less made?
Yes, so like the Fragment ones.
Okay.
Yes, like there's less made. Like only Finn's family got those ones.
Oh, gotcha.
Yep.
Okay.
Now the Chicago's was like a general release when it did come out.
Okay.
But they got snatched up as most because of the hype on that shoe. More people bought it. Everyone bought it.
Right.
And everyone wants that shoe. And
so supply and demand. Just
supply
like,
and
just
demand.
like anything else.
Yep.
All right. Cool. Yeah. So in my opinion, it's an 8. It's a 9. It's priced right where it should be, as far as I'm concerned.
Yep, I agree.
Like you mentioned earlier, the street cred. For $100, you can have a shoe that almost anybody
can get.
Group of folks, or I guess niche of folks, can look at. One, will recognize immediately, and two, hey, cool Jordans. Availability. Again, this is another one that goes along with price, is what we just talked about.
Yep.
The price will vary wildly by how many are made.
Yep, right? And colorway.
Colorway
has a lot to do with it.
So again, they can go from $80 to $20,000. I think I've seen $20,000 pairs, which to me is bonkers.
More than a car.
I ain't got it like that.
Right? No, you won't see any of those.
I can't drive one of these around.
Right. No.
So I will not be buying the $20,000. But my rating is based on the retail.
Yeah, mine is too. So on the retail, most Jordans sell for $200. This one is on the cheaper end. It's $160.
Okay. Just due to less tech in the shoe?
Yeah, less tech, I think, and it's the first one.
Okay.
And I think for a while Jordan 1s died.
Oh.
I think the last 2 years, they're huge back. I think people.
Yeah, sure.
I think people love that it's a classic look. Obviously, the 80s and 90s style is huge right now.
Right.
And I think that just represents it, perfectly, in my opinion.
All right. So that covers the metrics. Did pretty well. 10, 6, 6, 8, and 8. That's not bad.
Nope, not bad at all.
It falls apart a little bit in the fit and performance, in my opinion, but everything else is pretty good.
Agreed.
The one thing we haven't touched on yet, and we'll get into quickly, are the different versions and types. And you know more about that than I do, for sure.
Right.
The only thing I know is that they will go like this.
That's right.
So explain to our faithful viewers here.
All right, so this one's a high,
Okay.
Jordan high. This is the one that most people go after. It's the I want to say it's rare, but this is the one that sneakerheads covenant. Like they want the high.
Okay.
This is the 160 retail usually.
Okay.
Like I said, it's just it's not much higher than the mid, but this is the one that Michael Jordan actually played in. He played in the high.
Okay. Now the mids are mine.
Yep.
And like you, we actually just had this conversation. I never put the high and the mid together.
Right.
And what I'm seeing the big difference, even though, as you can see, there's not a huge height difference. And I'll hold this up to the camera a little closer so you can see it a little better. But the heel on the back, the piece of leather that covers the heel, and I'm not sure if you can see it or not, is what? Half an inch higher?
Yeah, half an inch higher.
At least. So I think that's where the difference is coming from. It's not necessarily the collar. The collar only has about
the same.
Almost the same, quarter-inch difference.
Yep.
But I think you get that extra heel support.
Yeah. I think you're locked
for
down
basketball,
a little bit.
right?
Yeah.
You're locked in a little better.
Locked in a little better. Heel.
And then what about the low here?
So the low, I think, is the most underrated one.
Okay.
It's most sneakerheads wouldn't even have this, to be honest with you.
Why?
It's just the low. So like when you look at,
They're just not as popular.
they're not as popular.
Okay.
Your majority of your like back in the day, this is what you had, right?
Right. Sure.
So now
Sure.
when we couldn't afford those back in the day, yeah, that's what you want when they re-release, and then they come out with these, and you're just like, eh. But I think that people should pay a little bit more attention to these because they're easier to get, especially like this is the metallic.
Sure.
This is original colorway from back in the day.
All right.
Just not high. It was actually
Yeah,
it was a high
yeah,
shoe.
Yeah,
so
sure, roger that. Sure.
and I think it looks good. The quality on this one is plush.
Cool. Yeah, I can see the leather is
yeah.
much better than
that one.
than the green for sure. I wonder why they use different materials. I have to look into that for you guys.
Yeah.
I don't know. I have seen that the materials
Yeah.
wildly vary between not just high, low, and mid, but different
Everything.
colorways,
Yep.
and it's bizarre that how many pieces of leather
they use.
Yeah, so
That's another good thing about the Jordan 1. I mean, like you have this one, you have the nubuck right here, and you have leather there. They use all different types of material on it.
yeah,
This one has more of a shiny swoosh.
yeah. That looks like a dunk to me.
It does, yep. So on the lows, majority of the lows that I've seen anyways,
Yeah.
it has a bigger Nike sign than the highs do, if you can kind of...
Oh yeah, it certainly does.
Yep. And I don't know why that is, maybe just to help take over some of the shoe.
Yeah, yeah.
And then also the wing is on the side versus the wing is on the back.
Oh, gotcha. I tell you what, back in the day, I would have skated in these for sure.
Okay.
They look like it would be a tough
Good
skate
skate
shoe
Yep.
for sure. I always skated in low tops, so for the money, I think it
Right.
would probably be a good bet. So
I fell in every shoe that I would skate in.
yeah. So thanks for joining us.
Oh, no
once
problem.
again, Jordan 1. We have all 3 iterations here.
Yep.
The metrics are kind of
They're hard for the shoe.
skewed a little bit on this one, just because of
Personal preference.
price variances,
Yep.
style variances, and material variances. But this is all based on the ones that we own. If there's anything that we missed, and I'm sure that there is,
Right. Let us know.
let us know in the comments. If there's something else you want to see, let us know in the comments.
Let us
If there's something we need to do better,
Let us know.
right. And we will get to that for sure.
That's right.
We're going to try to do this weekly. Again, welcome, AKA. It's the first video that you're in, and we're real excited to have you. So
I'm excited to be here.
awesome. Wow, just like a professional talk
I
show.
know,
That
I
was
know.
great. Yeah, nice work.
What can I say?
You can say that, apparently.
Right.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to sign off, and I'll see you soon. All right.
Like, subscribe, and share.
What he said. Fresh Souls, out.